Hey Aries, what's going on? We are here with a timeless reading. The first card that we have out is King of Pentacles. I'm also seeing Five of Swords. There can be some tension in the workplace. It can also be with another person. It doesn't only have to be the workplace. But what can be happening is that if there's a particular role that you're playing, which when I say a role that you're playing, this can be certain responsibilities that you have. It can definitely be you at work. That can be a position that this can be in. Having Five of Swords come up can be there being some type of tension or some type of conflict. So you can be in charge and you can feel like there's something that's happening that's making things more difficult for you, and this can be a particularly painful situation. To have Five of Swords here can be like, I have a job to do here, and people feeling like they're getting in your way. It can also feel like this is being done on purpose. The thing too that this can feel like is that if you're showing up and trying to do what needs to be done, Five of Swords can be feeling like there are people around you or someone around you that's sort of like tearing you down or discrediting you in some way. And then Three of Swords is feeling like just the pain given this situation that's felt of like, why are you going against me here? It can be like that type of thing that's being experienced. This can be a type of jealousy that you're experiencing. Like, if this Five of Swords is somebody that's outside of you, King of Pentacles is you in a position. Five of Swords can be somebody that's very fixated on you, and you make them uncomfortable, or you are threatening to them, or you are triggering to them because of you just doing your thing. Because King of Pentacles is like you doing the stuff that you're supposed to be doing, you showing up, you taking care of your responsibilities, you doing your job, whatever that looks like. Five of Swords can be somebody or people around you that they may not be doing their job. You know what this is reminding me of? Just an example of how this can work is like, let's say that you're in the workplace and you're doing your job, just doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you have other people that you work with that may not be doing their job, and then they're mad at you because they may look at you and be like, you're making me look bad, but it's like because they're not doing their job, because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And yeah, it can be something along the lines of that's going on. Just an example of how that can be. So there may be some pressure that's being put on you right now, Aries, that can feel like not very appreciated, and this can just be like an uncomfortable situation. And it can be something that's really festering at this point, really bothering you. I feel the vibe of being able to work on a team with others feeling important. And it may be the opposite of that that's happening. And why this can also feel bothersome to you is that like you're not doing anything wrong. I'm seeing you just like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and this can feel frustrating because of that. Like just minding your business, doing your thing. I'm seeing some Leo energy coming out here. I feel like you've made it really far on a personal level as far as like how you handle things emotionally, because I'm definitely getting you be just aware of what's going on. Also, the part of you that is emotionally present and connected has been through some stuff, I'm seeing. Like you made it far with this aspect of your energy. Especially given challenging situations. get the feeling that you just have to persevere through this, but it can be something that's... I'm getting something coming through. I'm just trying to tune into it. You can feel almost like there's no good way to proceed with this. I'm not saying that's actually the case, but there can be almost a feeling of like whatever happens next or happens after this is going to be something that ends up being like painful in some way. Having Three of Wands, looking over at the Three of Swords, it kind of feels like something is just unavoidable at this point, and it can be something that's just really challenging emotionally to be going through. It's more than just challenging emotionally, but I am seeing that be part of it too. Though you do have a responsibility, it seems, to keep like doing your thing, but you can feel like it's especially difficult to be doing that. Like the image of, or the sentiment of somebody walking on sharp stones with bare feet, that's what this feels like to me. And you know that you have to keep going, but it doesn't mean that it hurts any less. That sort of thing. You can be looking for answers and you can still be wanting to participate, but there can also be a part of you that's just feeling discouraged or feeling drained by this. Yeah, and it can make you feel like you don't want to be showing up, actually. Well, maybe that's not the right way to put it. It can feel like less inspired, less motivated to show up just because of how draining this is, what you're going through. This is healing work that's being done, but I'm seeing it be pretty exhausting. I feel too like there's a lot of wisdom that you've gained. Like, I'm seeing your energy be very, very wise here, but that doesn't mean that you're not affected by the things that you experience, by the things that you go through. I get the feeling that this person's vibe, because this is starting to look like one person to me, like one other person that you're dealing with. I get the feeling from this person's vibe that it's like bringing you down, it feels like, to be around them, actually, just because of like how they're treating you. I do get the feeling though that you guys are maybe doing something together here. Is what this is seeming like. Like there may be a commitment. At the same time, you can feel like it's a struggle. It's a struggle for you to keep going and keep doing this. You can also feel protective of yourself, like it's difficult for you to stay open when you're actively in a painful situation. It may be hard to stay present to that and keep your heart open as you're going through something like that. I think that the most difficult thing for you to do is to keep your heart open, actually, more than anything. I think that that is the biggest challenge here as far as what I'm seeing. Like, how do you work with an energy that may be actively projecting onto you in a way that it feels like it's opening wounds or keeping wounds open or like actively hurting, and how do you still keep your heart open as you go through that and still do what needs to be done? I think too that because of going through this type of thing, making sure that you're taking care of yourself on an emotional and psychological level is going to be really important, because if you're actively in a painful situation, it means that your spirit is also actively like trying to heal that thing, and so you're exerting more energy in that way, and so you are going to feel more drained because of it. So you have to make sure that you're compensating for that extra output of energy currently of being in an intensive type of situation, for some of you, environment, and definitely an interaction that you're having with somebody. I wonder too if, King of Pentacles and Five of Swords and Three of Swords can be feeling like you're not being appreciated, or feeling like somebody is like making disparaging remarks that are related to like your job or your duties or your responsibilities, or those types of things. Five of Swords can be somebody that's like disrespectful about like what you do and what you take pride in. It can be like that type of thing. And that can be hurtful because of feeling like there's a lack of receptivity for what you do, and also a lack of support, and also a lack of understanding as well, like a lack of compassion that you're being faced with. And that can be something that feels challenging because of that, when it's like, I'm over here in my own lane, minding my own business, doing my thing, and I get the vibe of just this person being around you and like not being very supportive of what you have going on, and that feeling like maybe someone's jealousy like getting in the way of their ability to support you. It just feels like bad vibes being aimed towards you, but I'm not seeing you like get out of your lane and then being attacked for that. It feels like you're in your lane and somebody coming over into your lane and then like being bothersome to you. And that it feeling almost like somebody maybe like going out of their way to do this. That can be the feeling anyway. And you can feel too like you've really been practicing a lot of emotional restraint, and that like this has not been easy on you emotionally, but at the same time you can feel like you're seeing the bigger picture. Like you can even be looking at this and being like, I'm trying not to take it personally because I know that it's not personal, while still being human and having my heart open and feeling impacted by this, and also not trying to come out of like my vibration and sink down to where this person is and then just match their energy. It feels like wanting to keep maintain your energy and not sort of sink down to where this person is. I get that type of thing. I wonder too if this is something that you like commonly experience, or something that you experience or have experienced before, because it feels like even though this may be one interaction that you're having right now, I feel like this is not the first time that you've experienced something like this. And that there has been a lot of wisdom that you've gained in going through this situation somewhat repeatedly. I get the feeling that this has happened with other people. This can also be somebody not recognizing like the work that you're putting in, or like your commitment, or like all that you've given. It can be that type of thing. Like you're really showing up here, and it can be somebody that's like not really recognizing that, not seeing that, and then you feeling hurt about that. Maybe you feel like they're not validating something that you're doing, and that feeling upsetting. And for some of you, I feel like this is actually somebody that you're close with, because as much as for some of you this can be a work situation, for others of you this can be a relationship that you're in. And you can be doing stuff that's important, like maybe you're financially supporting someone, or maybe you're like taking out the garbage when you're supposed to, or putting the kids to bed at night, like whatever it is that you're doing, that you feel a sense of responsibility over those things, like putting oil, getting the oil change, or putting gas in the car, like that type of stuff. King of Pentacles is going to be more like service oriented, like doing those things. And you can feel like the person that's supposed to be, I am seeing this starting to look more like a partnership actually now. You can see the person that's meant to be like nurturing to you and caring and is meant to be like loving towards you, that is not at all the vibe that you're getting from them. Like, you can actually feel more of a sense of resentment than anything. I get that. It can feel like resentment, or it can be like somebody not supporting you, or somebody like actively trying to take you down in some way. It feels like that. You know, like speak to you in a way that can feel, it's definitely their own stuff that they're projecting onto you, but at the same time, like, they're aiming it at you, so it's still an interaction that you're having. I feel too like this can maybe bring up insecurities as well. Maybe there's someone emotionally that you can lean on for strength, but maybe you're developing this within yourself. Like, knowing that you're going through something that feels difficult and finding ways actually to like hold your hand and support yourself as you go through this, if you don't have another person that can sort of play that role for you. I get the sense of that. But that part of you that's supporting yourself as you're going through this can be feeling like really drained. And so that can mean like you're not feeling as, maybe you're feeling a little bit foggy, maybe you're not feeling as sensitive or connected because of feeling drained. You can feel like you're just like not as happy, or like not really yourself. You can feel unsupported, you can feel disconnected, you can feel out of touch. There can also be a part of you too that's like shying away from connection because of feeling like you don't have much to give and feeling like you need to sort of recover your energy. I get the feeling of there being also, there's something that's being said, something that's being felt, something that it feels like it may come into the communication with you and this person that's about like not having hope for the future or something like that. Kind of like something about the future being triggering to someone. Like, you, maybe it's both of you guys, because this energy looks like it's connected with the two of you. So this can be like getting into a fight every time future talk starts coming up. And maybe also too, like, you're trying to create something like future or in the distance oriented with this person, and then feeling like that's not supported. Like maybe something long term, like that sort of thing. Something that has to do with not just right now, but also the trajectory. And there being an issue about that comes up. That feels like it feels like a conflict of some sort when it presents itself. The Hierophant and Page of Wands gives the feeling that you're on the path that you want to be on and that this is the right fit for you. And Four of Cups is feeling like you may not be feeling like that right now, and you may not be feeling how you felt when you started, but that this is just because your energy is being drained right now, and that's not meant to be a clue to you that this isn't the right path for you to be on. Because Hierophant can be where you're learning things, it can be where you're committed to being, and also like what feels right, also too for your spiritual path as well, and that this is where you're meant to be right now. I'm seeing Page of Wands as being like this path that you're walking upon where these things are occurring. And Four of Cups can be the part of you that's like, I'm not feeling it right now. But I'm not getting this be like an Eight of Cups type of thing. It's a Four of Cups. So Four of Cups is a temporary feeling of I'm not feeling like enthusiastic about this or not in deep resonance with this. But I see this Four of Cups as being like, I need to recover my energy, and that's why I'm feeling that way. And I'm seeing where it's coming from. As I said before, with Three of Swords and with strength, it's like if you're going through something where there's wounding and you're trying to heal from it, that energy that normally is that's normally used for feeling inspired and stuff, there's going to be less of that and more of just trying to heal. And so you can feel like just your levels of feeling are different than they normally are. But I'm not seeing this be any type of cue that like you're not supposed to be doing this. This feels more so like it's important for you to be here and be doing this, even though it can be feeling challenging. Not that you can't make your own choice. You obviously can do whatever you want. Some of you, this is a relationship or a marriage that you're in. I'm seeing Taurus and I'm seeing Leo. Yeah, I get this strongly in the front with King of Pentacles and Five of Swords and Three of Swords. It can feel like something that you do within your life that matters to you. It looks like something happened where you could feel like somebody may have done something that felt like disrespectful, but like did something that, it can be like knowing something is really important to you and then them choosing that thing to talk down on, like that sort of thing, and then that being hurtful, like why did you say that, you know that that's important to me. It feels like that type of thing. But having it be the King of Pentacles, it feels like it's more so related to identity and what that entails. Because King of Pentacles can be like, I've spent my life like working for this, you know, like I've put so much of my energy into this, like put my resources into it, my time and my energy and my commitment and my concentration and like those things. And to have somebody be disparaging about that type of thing, it can be very hurtful, especially somebody that you're emotionally involved with. Because I am seeing a Queen of Cups. So this can be somebody that's like, you know, it can be a mother figure, it can be a feminine figure that's in your life. When I say feminine, it doesn't have to do with gender. When I say mother, I mean in an archetypal manner. That also doesn't have to do with gender. This is more so like somebody that's meant to be emotionally supportive and receptive, but them coming through actually in like the upside down version of that energy, where it's like this person's supposed to be just like a cheerleader for you in a way, and somebody that's meant to emotionally understand you. So to have them not only feel like not understood by this person, but maybe for some of you like actively hurt by this person, that can really sting. That's where this Three of Swords can come from, because you can look at them and be like, if anybody's supposed to understand me, you are. And I feel not only misunderstood, but like there's like some type of venom within the relationship that is now coming out and being aimed towards me, and you can feel like you're being personally attacked, or like the stuff that's important to you is being attacked, and part of that being your identity. I feel like your identity, your job, something like that. Some of you have a child with this person. I'm not seeing an ending here. This feels more so like all of this stuff is coming to light now and more so being spoken about and being reviewed. just to put it all out there, and also to show that there's a period of recovery and healing that it seems like is going to be taking place. And so if you're feeling less... Okay, an example of the way that I'm seeing this energy, King of Pentacles, like let's say that you deliver newspapers for your job, and it's like something that you've wanted to do since you were small, it's really meaningful to you, and you have a partner, and you and your partner have been having like issues, stuff related to the future and the direction of things, and stuff that's going on, and like where to go from here with them and what's happening. And there's some type of interaction that you have with them where you feel like they attack that specific thing, like you delivering newspapers, and you're like, my identity, like this stuff that's so important to me, these things that I've invested like my energy into, that my life is sort of like catered to, you know, it feels like it's tied in with my purpose, and now I have this person that's supposed to be on my side and on my team and loving towards me. And I know this person is like emotionally somebody that has capacity. I know this person is somebody that has depth, but they're aiming this sense of venom towards me. And then feeling like now there's this part of me that's like, I'm not feeling interested or motivated to deliver newspapers right now. So I'm seeing like this interaction that happens. The thing that it gets aimed on is like, because of feeling hurt by that, it like low-key impacts your motivation to do that thing that feels like it may be being attacked. And it's because of like needing to heal this thing. And then you'll be like, I love doing newspapers, but this feels like your guide saying to not take this momentary time of you being discouraged to deliver newspapers as it not being a right fit for you anymore. It feels more so like the energy that you usually use to feel motivated is trying to heal from something that took away or like impacted your motivation. And that when the healing occurs, you're going to be feeling like yourself again and feeling like back on track with this. So to not interpret this as maybe I shouldn't be doing this anymore, it feels more so like there's a recovery that has to happen in the heart space that's connected with this. Because having Leo here, like Leo is connected with what you care about and what matters to you, like what you're passionate about, and then how you express those passions and the things that you love and the things that you care about, the things that matter to you. And you cannot be feeling like that right now because of the healing that is having to take place. But then the energy is going to be recovered and you will be like back in your energy. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.